You're listening to a production of the National Media Archive. To learn more or volunteer, go to nationalmediaarchive.com.
Are you a parent who wakes up to chaos every morning? Let me paint you a picture. Alarms blaring, kids searching for missing shoes, breakfast half-eaten, and you already on your third cup of coffee. Sound familiar? The term decision fatigue, that mental burnout you feel from making too many choice hits hardest in the mornings. But what if mornings didn't have to feel this way? What if you could swap out stress for calm just by adding structure? Today, I want to show you how a simple routine can flip your mornings from frantic to focused, giving everyone in the house a better start. Now, you might be thinking, easier said than done. My kids resist everything. But stick with me. By the end of this episode, you'll have actionable strategies and resources to reclaim your mornings. Let's dive into why routines aren't just for the ultra-organized. They're a secret weapon for building resilient, independent kids. We'll unpack the science, share some stories, and I'll even let you in on the one tool that finally brought peace to my home. Ready to transform those stressful sunrises? Let's get started. Let's break down the 5 big reasons to create a morning routine for your kids. First, routines build confidence and independence. Think of it like muscle memory for life. When kids know what to expect, they feel like they can conquer the world, or at least tie their own shoes. Second, routines boost self-control. Have you noticed how kids beg for playtime before chores? A structured morning introduces the concept of delayed gratification, which in psychology is the ability to wait for a reward a skill linked to success later in life. Third, routines reduce anxiety. Imagine walking into a new job every day with no idea what's expected. Stressful, right? Kids are the same. Knowing what's next lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and keeps meltdowns at bay. Fourth, you're building healthy habits. Even simple tasks like brushing teeth or making the bed wire positive neural pathways, think of these as autopilot modes for adulthood. Fifth, routines foster appreciation. By assigning age-appropriate responsibilities, you teach kids what goes into running a household, making them less likely to take your hard work for granted. Isn't that something we all hope for? Let's roll up our sleeves for step 1. Make a list of your daily responsibilities. Grab a notebook or your favorite task manager append, jot down everything you do each day, from packing lunches to driving to soccer practice. Now, here's where the concept of task delegation comes in. Think of your list like a relay race baton. What can you confidently pass to your child? Maybe you handle breakfast, but could they gather their own backpack? Go through each day of the week and check off morning tasks your child could try, even if it's just putting shoes by the door. By visualizing all you do, you'll spot opportunities for your child to pitch in and maybe, just maybe, lighten your load. If you're feeling overwhelmed already, don't worry. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. The first list is just your starting line. Step 2 is all about knowing your audience, your kids. Have you ever handed a kindergartner a task only to see their face freeze in panic? Cognitive load, or the amount of mental effort required to complete a task, is real for young children. The trick is to match chores to your child's developmental level. For example, a 5-year-old can pick a snack from a designated drawer, but packing an entire lunch? That's a recipe for frustration. Now you might ask, how do I strike the right balance between life skills and chores? Life skills are things like brushing teeth or washing hand habits that build personal autonomy. Chores are household tasks, like making the bed or setting the table. Mix both into your routine, but remember, small wins build big confidence. If you're unsure where to start, I've got free principles to help you assign age-appropriate task check, the links at the end of the episode. Step 3 is to give your morning routine a sense of purpose by organizing tasks into categories. Ever notice how kids light up when they feel ownership over something? That's called intrinsic motivation, the drive that comes from within. Try making 3 simple categories: body, home, and mind. For example, body could include brushing teeth, home might be making the bed, and mind could be checking the day's schedule. Invite your child into the process. Ask, which tasks should go in each category? Suddenly, you're not just giving orders, you're empowering them to think critically about their own routines. This taps into the psychological effect called choice architecture, which is just a fancy way of saying people are more likely to follow through when they help design the plan. Grab my customizable printable chart to get started. Details coming soon. Let's be real, if you're parenting a tweener teen, routines are a whole different ballgame. Rolling eyes, dramatic sighs sound familiar? This is where autonomy support comes in, a psychology term for letting kids feel in control while still setting boundaries. Don't bother with cutesy charts for older kids. Instead, use straightforward, customizable checklists. Let them hang the chart in their room, or track digitally if that's their thing. Each night, have a quick chat about the next day's priorities. For example, do you need to pack your swim bag for practice? This eliminates last-minute surprises, a major trigger for anxiety at this age. Now you might be thinking, but they just want to do their own thing. True, but living in your house means pitching in. Clear expectations today equal less conflict tomorrow. Remember, the goal isn't controlled, it's collaboration. Teens need to feel respected to buy in. Step 5 is my personal favorite, using the when-then method to reduce pushback. This is a behavioral strategy where you link a task to a reward, but with a twist. It's not a bribe, it's a logical sequence. For example, instead of nagging, say when you finish your morning checklist, then you can have 30 minutes of screen time. This leverages the concept of operant conditioning, where behavior is shaped by consequences. Notice the structure. It's not, if you don't do X, you can't do Y. It's simply, when X is done, then Y happens. The difference? You're removing threats and creating predictability. Kids quickly learn that their choices lead to outcomes good or bad. And as a bonus, you get fewer arguments and more cooperation. Try personalizing the reward. Maybe it's a special breakfast, a later bedtime, or picking dinner. The key is consistency. Finally, step 6. Make the morning routine a team effort. Have you ever felt like the household CEO, delegating tasks left and right, only to be met with groans? That's authority bias at work, kids. Resist what feels imposed. Flip the script by inviting your kids to see your master to-do list. Let them realize just how much you carry behind the scenes. It's a transparency move that breeds empathy. Frame the conversation around shared responsibility. Say, when we all pitch in, we have more time for fun together. Suddenly, chores become a ticket to family movie night instead of a burden. This is also a great chance to model communication and negotiation, 2 life skills your child will use forever. Remember, routines shouldn't feel like punishment. They're your family's roadmap to more quality time and less nagging. Let's talk about tools. Visual aids like chore charts and checklists are lifesavers. In education, these are called external scaffolds. They help kids remember steps without you hovering. My go-to? The Melissa Doug Magnetic Responsibility Chart. It's packed with 90 magnets so you can tailor tasks for any age. Watching my son move completed magnets is like watching confidence grow in real time. If you prefer printables, I've got a link to a free template you can fill in with your family's unique habits and schedules. Now, you might wonder, do these actually work? Research in behavioral psychology says yes, visual reminders activate the brain's prefrontal cortex, the zone for planning and self-control. Give it a try. Sometimes the simplest tool can spark the biggest change. Let's get real. No routine is perfect from day one. You'll face setbacks, forgotten chores, power struggles, maybe even a full-on protest. That's normal. It's called implementation dip the slump, when new habits meet reality. So what do you do when your child refuses? Stay calm. Use reflective listening. Try, I see you're frustrated about having to make your bed. Can we talk about what makes it tough? Sometimes the resistance is about control, not the chore itself. By giving choices within boundaries, you keep your child engaged. Maybe the routine needs tweaking. Is the chart too complicated? Are rewards meaningful? Don't be afraid to adapt. Remember, progress over perfection. Every step forward is building your child's resilience and your peace of mind. Let's zoom out for a moment. Why invest energy in building these routines? Because you're not just making mornings easier, you're teaching life skills your child will carry forever. Routines teach time management and personal accountability, 2 of the top executive function skills that predict academic and career success. You're showing your child that structure isn't a prison, it's a launch pad. Every time they complete a task, they're practicing follow-through, discipline, and gratitude. Let me tell you a story. My own son went from dragging his feet every morning to proudly checking off his chart. Suddenly, he wanted to help with dinner too. That's the ripple effect of routine. So ask yourself, what kind of adult do you want your child to become? It starts with the habits you build today. You've made it to the finish line. Now, let's put this knowledge to work. Start by downloading our free printable morning routine chart. Customize it to fit your family's needs. Check out the show notes for links to my favorite responsibility chart and a collection of other tools I've personally tested. If you want to level up your own morning routine, I've even included a bonus guide inspired by habits of the world's most successful people. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. Start with one small shift. Celebrate every win, even if it's just an on-time breakfast. If you found this episode helpful, share it with another parent who could use a little more peace in their mornings, and don't forget to hit that like button. Until next time, here's to calmer, happier mornings for you and your family.